Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fred Duff. I'm calling, zooming in from Richmond, Virginia today with partner.co. I got my co-host, Reese, burning up the highways and the byways to join us tonight. I'm excited about him being on. Him and his wife, by the way, are leading the national and international expansion of partner.co. In fact, to the point where they leave in a few days and they're going to suffer for all of us. They're going to Tahiti, and suffer for us with good food and the sunshine and the clear water. My heart goes out to you, brother. It really does. Not, but they earned it, buddy. I can tell you, they earned it. They're a great couple. That, like I said, they're leading the international expansion. And here's two things I know about them: they love having fun, and more importantly, they love helping people. So, Reese, brother, take us to the promised land when we get to our great guest.
All right, Fred, thank you very much. Yes, we are headed to Tahiti. Somebody's got to do it, I guess. A rough life, huh? But we are looking forward to it. So when my wife first started Partnered Co about almost a year ago, just over a year ago, her whole goal was to go to Tahiti. That was her number one thing. It was our why. It was written on the board, and she ended up winning that for her and for me to go. So we actually get to go and looking forward to it. And that's just some of the opportunities that this company can provide for everyone. So it's so awesome in the ways we get paid. So we'll just jump right into it. We are Partner Co or Partner.co. Of course, you see, get paid to live your dream. Partner.co started about a year ago. We just celebrated our 1 year anniversary. However, John and Darren, our owners, purchased several other legacy brands like our Noni juice. It's been around for 25 years. Our Splendor Eyes. It's been around for 12 or 13 years. So what ends up happening is we become a totally debt-free company that can operate with the infrastructure of those older companies, which means we're in 58 countries worldwide. That means you can have your global virtual franchise the day you sign up. And Fred, I don't know a lot of people outside of the United States, but I do know people, and that's what happened. We signed up a girl in Tampa, and she signed up her best friend in the United Kingdom. So now we have a United Kingdom part of our business going. So we are global virtual franchise. Chris and Joni are on here. They're down in Costa Rica, but they have a big presence up in Canada. So you can instantly have this global virtual franchise, and it's so exciting just to be able to do business around the world. So we have 118 different products worldwide. Anything from our clean energy drinks, the Noni juice, like I said, our liquid superfoods, the Slender Eye system, and the products that go along with that, like our skinny drops, and also we even got skincare, Fred, which is just amazing. But the difference in our products, our supplements, over most other supplements is the fact that our products are doctor created. We have a team of over 75 doctors with a wellness council and an athletic council. All of our products are developed and studied by them first and foremost. So it's done from a health standpoint first. We treat our products like pharmaceuticals, so you don't get just fairy dusted of the good stuff with a lot of filler or negative ingredients. We have zero negative ingredients, full pharmaceutical dosage of the good stuff, so much that we actually do clinical studies. And because of that, we actually have at least 6 of our products now are in the physician's desk reference, which is absolutely huge because that's controlled by big pharma. And getting a supplement, a nutritional item in there is very difficult. Lots of studies have to be done, and that's where some of our third-party certifications come in. But we just treat our products. That's what I love about our products, because they are so good. Like I said, no negative ingredients.
Hey, Reese, real quick.
Yes, sir.
My wife
Yes,
was
sir.
a retired pediatrician of 30 years, and I was in the garage or something the other day, and both of those reference books were right there. I'm going to use them now wherever I go out and talk. It's amazing. It is the truth.
My other slideshow has your wife picture right next to the physician's desk reference because, like you said, she's a retired pediatrician. So y'all know all that. But I'm going to talk first about our drop system, what we call skinny drops, aka happy drops, aka ripping drops. There's so many different names for them, but they're body balancing drops, hormone balancing drops. We have it's a 2-bottle system, and the first bottle is a clear bottle. It has 12 plant leaves in it. Anything that helps, they help support your thyroid, whether it's high or low. You might be like me, where when you eat, your body never tells you, hey, you're full. You just want to keep eating. Or you might be somebody that their body never tells them to eat. These drops help with that. You also helps with the biggest thing for me was helping my pancreas and my insulin resistance. I was such a sugar addict, and leveling out that sugar just did so much for me. And then that second bottle is our methylated form of B12. It's our energy blend. It also has roots such as rhodiola in it that really helps level out that cortisol secretion, which is a high stress hormone. It's like you get stressed out, you secrete cortisol. Cortisol secretes, you get more stressed out. It's just a big cycle, and then it causes you to gain weight. And so that's the science behind it. But the biggest thing is you do have to follow a food list because our bodies need good food. And when I say you have to follow it, it's because this is what our bodies want. This is what we were created to eat, and we weren't created for these processed foods. But with all that said, there's no miracle pill or no miracle drop out there. That's just, you can eat 3 pizzas a day and 2 pints of ice cream and still lose weight. You've got to put good stuff in your body. And what these drops do is they help level out your hormones, level your body back out, get rid of the toxicity in your body so that you can actually crave. Your body starts craving the good stuff. I never thought I would crave good food. I always was going to be a sugar addict, but my body now, we call them liquid discipline, and thank God for those drops. Fred, we're going to roll right in. This is mine. I don't have Sonja. I'm sorry. It's the other slideshow that I have your slide on. But, Fred, if you want to introduce Miss Sonja, that'd be awesome.
Well, Miss Sonja is I call her retired, but she's too young to retire. It looks like she's 32, daggone it. I need whatever she's drinking. I got to get some of that times 2. But she's doing a wonderful job. And just tell you what attracted you to this business. Obviously, was our drops, and her background is physical therapist, and that means she knows how the body works and what it needs when it needs it. Are you still there, Sonja?
I am.
Would you just share a little bit about this product line and what it's done for you?
Absolutely. Hey, everybody out there, super excited to be on and appreciate the invite. Yes, I tell you what, the Skinny Drops, aka Happy Drops, body balancing drops, have really changed my life tremendously, in that I started the drops about 5 years ago. You heard our company owners started this company about a year ago, but I was in it about 5 years ago now under a different name. And under the new ownership, they've just brought it to another whole level, I have to tell you. But 5 years ago, when I started the drops, I have them here with me. I call them the Skinny Drops, Happy Drops too, because they certainly have made me happy in the fact that I have lost 30 pounds taking these drops. Significantly changed my life actually in 3 days. I could not believe the difference in how I felt, my mood, my energy level with the methylated B vitamins, my cravings, they just shut off. It was kind of like turning the light switch off. So when I would use them and put them underneath my tongue, for those of you who don't know, you just put them underneath your tongue before you eat, about 10 minutes before you eat, 3 times a day. And then you use the darker drops, which are the methylated energy drops, B vitamins, and they give you energy. And 3 days later, I just couldn't believe the difference in how much better I felt. And my husband was asking me what in the world I was doing. And I said, well, taking these little Skinny Drops, and they're helping. And so 30 pounds later, I've just been sharing, of course, and caring enough to share it with everybody else so they too can enjoy how much better I feel, and maybe they'll feel better as well.
Good for you. Good for you. We're going to get right back to you in just a moment on how you've made a transformation from physical therapist to this industry. Reese, back to you, sir.
All right. I'm just switching back over to my screen. Can you see my picture up there now?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Good deal. Sorry. Anthony took over and got your slide up there. That's what you call teamwork. That's all about Partner Co. is just teamwork. As you'll see here, real people, real results. Everybody, you see Fred in this picture. I'm in this picture. Everybody we talk about tonight, everybody you see in these pictures are real people. They're people that we all know. They're people that we hug their necks. We know their stories. This isn't just some pictures corporate sent us and said, hey, here's some weight loss pictures or anything like that. These are people we know, and we know their stories. And there are so many inspiring stories that Fred's got one of my favorite ones I love. You got Ursula here, mother of 6. She actually weighs less now than she weighed before she had her first kids. She's now been in the business for about a year, and she's doing phenomenal. When I first met her was June of last year. She hardly ever smiled. And now you guys, I know Sonja and Fred, you guys have been able to spend time around her. She just lights up a room with a smile, and it's all thanks to the drops and helping her body gets balanced. It's just so amazing. Misty here, you see so many different people as we roll through here. You'll see everybody from every race, male, female, every age, every body type. Just these drops do wonders from balancing the body to weight loss with that side of the leg. Here's Krista, mom of 3, down 25 pounds. Again, just here's what we call happy drops. You'll see different people that have just had so much success in reducing anxiety and stress. You just see all the different people. Stephanie, Jimmy, Allison down 48 pounds. And Melissa and Andrew, I think, are 195 pounds down now combined. Chelsea is an amazing story in herself, just in the fact, you can see after she had kids, but she's a hardcore person that works out. She's a trainer, but she got on the drops to lose a little bit, but she mainly found was the help with the anxiety, coming off medications. It's just been awesome. Alan, Pastor Randy is now down 135 days in about 130 days. Got to update that slide. You just see so many different people. Brittany has PCOS. Brittany was told so many times, or she just could never lose weight. She was told she had to lose weight. You got to lose weight. Her doctor told her, Brittany, you've got to lose weight, but she couldn't lose weight. She was actually, Fred, she was working out. She was doing the Peloton for over an hour in the morning and walking on a treadmill an hour in the evening and could not lose weight because of her condition with PCOS. And somebody gave her, actually, Allison, you saw her a little bit earlier, gave her the drops to try. And she basically laughed it off and said, nothing worked. It's not going to work for me. But it did work for her, and she is 103 pounds down now, and this is her mom right next to her. You got something to say, Fred?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard you saying something. I'm sorry.
I was hooting for her.
Yeah. And then here's another one. Here's another phenomenal story. Probably my favorite, and I'm getting to go to Tahiti with her here in just a couple of days. We're actually flying on the same flights with Miss Kim and Mr. Eric. But Kim, 4.5 years ago, and Sonja, this is one of Sonja's best friends now. And Sonja, you want to tell us Kim's story? You mind?
I don't mind at all. Kim is such a blessing in my life, and I think she is to so many. She has over 3,000 followers now in just under 5 years, and so I'm one of her followers. And I actually got a chance to meet her at a women's Christian retreat almost 5 years ago, and that's where I learned about the company and the business and the opportunity to share it with other people. And at the time, Kim had only lost 52 pounds, and we were there at the church retreat, and she had a little booth, if you want to call it that, with some of the products. And I told her, she said, I have so much energy, and that's what I was looking for at the time, along with losing some weight. And I said, well, I've got to have what you got. And she said, well, I can order them for you. And I said, no, I've got to take them with me right now. And so I actually took her display and brought it home with me. At the time, I didn't know the story about Kim, but Kim has muscular dystrophy. And I used to treat patients with muscular dystrophy, having worked in physical therapy for some 25 years. And so I really understood how difficult it was for her to lose weight because she just didn't have the muscle strength. And so when Kim shared the story with me of how she had lost her 62 pounds, now you can see at 92, and what it had done for me in the 3 days and her transformation of her life and what she's done for so many based on just sharing and caring, it's changed everybody's life. So she's a little angel of all of ours. And I'm super excited you're getting to go to Tahiti with her. So she deserves that trip. She worked hard for it to try and help so many other people lose weight too.
Oh, she has changed. She has changed so many lives with just her story. I mean, even on the business side, you heard her story from Sonja right there about the health side of it, but the business side is just as remarkable. Her and her husband Eric, both on disability, credit card debt just from buying necessities. It was hard to make ends meet. now she has shared her story. She like Sonja said, I think over 3,000 people, followers, you know, just that love Kim, but she has poured into them to not only help them in the health side, but the financial side. And now she is making a great living and traveling. She had never left Evergreen, Alabama for the most part, never been on a plane. And I've been, just this year, she's been in Puerto Rico, Orlando, Mexico, going to Tahiti. I mean, all over the place. She is now a jet setter when most of her life she had never even left Alabama. That's just absolutely amazing. Then you'll just see different people. I mean, you got Randall here, his family. You see the difference in his family's life. And that's what we see so much with people is their whole dynamic of their families change for the better, get healthier and just change their lives for the better. And then, of course, you always have to talk about Dr. Crystal. Dr. Crystal has actually, over 2 years, she lost 162 pounds. This was 4 years ago. She's kept it off. She'll actually be in Tahiti as well. But she lost more than she weighs now. She lost a whole person. And look how much happier and healthier she is. And then I'm not going to go into the MOA. I'm sorry, that is that piece. But we're going to roll right into the other side. And that is anybody that invited you here tonight, you can buy the Skinny Drops or the MOA that you just saw. You can buy those products from them at retail. Or you can pay $29.95 one time and become what we call a brand partner. That gives you access, gives you your own web page. It's a replicated website where people can buy under you. You get the access to the mobile share app that gives you all the information for every single product that you can send to people. You can read and train on yourself. You also get the access to this Boards app. It's a free download, and then we send you our upload for it that just makes the business so much easier and just makes it so duplicatable that you can be successful right out of the gate. Now, once you do that, you pay your $29.95 one time, not every month, not every year. You pay it $29.95 one time. Then you go and you purchase what we call an activation pack. And this is where you can actually do, you can pre-sell these. You don't even have to come out of money out of your pocket, out of your personal pocket, or you can go ahead and buy them. Buy these for $371. Most people sell their drops at $150. So you sell 3 of them for $150. That's $450. And you get a box for free. So you sell 3, $450. Pays for your 4-pack, pays your $30 back, puts about $34 in your pocket, and you get your box for free. So that's how you get started and get rolling. And that's how you start turning those drops into profit, and you have your own virtual global franchise. And this is once you join, this is just the start of it right here. It just makes it so easy. Here's the download for the Boards app. It's got the launch for it, so you can do all your posts. We do a full 7-day launch, and there's actually enough posts for 30 days. And again, these are pictures of people we all know, people that are on this call, before and afters, their testimonies to help you get your business started as you're developing your own testimony. And you can see some of these things. We post 2 times a day, and then we have scripts that we respond with, and those scripts are all just based on questions that get asked all the time. What are the drops? How much are the drops? So it just helps you be able to streamline and really push that business forward. Now, Fred, there's one little piece. If you want to collect a check and you want to do this as a business, you just have to have every 4 weeks what we call a subscribe and save. You or a customer sets up a subscribe and save. And I personally, Fred, I use this as my personal product. This actual pack, this Mow and Renew pack is what I use, and it's what I use in my everyday life. But that unlocks a weekly paycheck, your full discount, along with bulk discount as well, your loyalty shopping, and the incentive trips like the Tahiti one we keep talking about. Fred, this is one we always like to talk about because, man, we get paid 9 different ways in the #1 compensation plan in the industry, voted by the industry on businessfromhome.org. But we get paid 9 different ways. Fred, I don't know about you, but I only get paid one way at my normal job. What about you?
Well, I spent most of my life re-slaying brick. I was a young bricklayer, and nothing wrong with being a bricklayer. But on Friday afternoons, we used to pray prayed that we got paid. Nobody ever heard about 9 ways to get paid. We prayed the check would clear. So this is amazing to me.
Absolutely amazing. I mean, anything from the retail profits, the new volume bonus, but we're going to talk about just 2 other ways we get paid. One is our savings bonus. Absolutely so great. So once you start making $250 in base commissions, the company takes an extra 15% of their money and puts it into a savings bonus for you. And once that savings bonus gets to $10,000, the owners call you, the corporate office calls you, they congratulate you, and then that next week you get a check for $10,000 it's sitting in your bank account for that next Friday. And then every 4 weeks after that, you'll get an additional check for that savings bonus up to $2,000 based on whatever your base commission was. So it's outstanding. One of my favorite ways. I'm working towards it now. Can't wait for that one. And then the second way we'll talk about are the trips you've heard us mention. Tahiti is our big global trip. That one's a little bit more difficult to win, but it is definitely within reach. You can see where there's several of us going. Can't wait. It's something that a lot of people strive to, and a lot of people get there, and it's so awesome to be able. It's all expenses paid. They fly you out there. This year you're on a luxury cruise boat and all that. It's going to just be amazing. And then the other trip we have is what we call our North American trip. And that's sometimes this year it's in the Bahamas. Sometimes it's in Mexico. It's just somewhere in North America. And this one's is much easier to win. But probably half the people on this call that are sitting here right now are actually going to the Bahamas, and everybody gets to hang out again, all expenses paid. Just amazing what some of these things. But Fred, I'm going to turn it back over to you and Sonja and let y'all talk about Sonja's business side of this thing.
You bet. I'm so excited. Let's get that wonderful face back up on that screen, because she's worth looking at. That's for sure. Sonja, let me ask you a couple questions. And I know a little bit about your story. And the one thing I'm really, really curious about, and I'll wait till we get her up there. I see Reese in the dark. Here. Okay, there you go. And I know part of your story. I know where you come from. Tell us a little bit about how long it took you. I mean, you had to pay a price to be a physical therapist, but now you don't do that. But I also know that you have people will say, I don't have time. I don't know anybody whose life is more full than yours, but yet you have found a way to carve time to build an international business on a part-time basis. How did you do it?
Well, I'll tell you what, the key is, now, if you're writing down a couple of different things for everybody, I want you to listen for the ask. That's all you do. You just listen for the ask. So yes, I did retire from physical therapy after practicing almost 25 years, and I do have a 16-year-old, so my life is very full. I also help with different subdivisions and homeowners associations and a lot of different things. But when I'm talking with people, I'm always listening for the ask. So that's the key. So the nugget is in listening for the ask. The ask is somebody needs more energy. They want to lose weight. They don't feel good. They're whatever their hormones might be out of balance. They're not sleeping well. So you're just listening for what their need is, not what my need is. I have other needs, and my needs have been filled because I have Partner Co. And I have been filled with a lot of love and friendships and wonderful products that have helped me to feel better. And so I know they've helped me to feel better. So I'm listening to other people's ask and what they are looking for. And so we have over 100 products. They're all clean. We have numerous ones that are in the PDR, the physician's desk reference, and having been a clinician for 25 years and knowing all types of people, walks of life, it doesn't matter who you are, we all have a need. And having such ultra clean products, I know I can share with them, the opportunity of what we have, the opportunity of just great products. And then if they're looking for a side business or they need to generate extra revenue, we have that opportunity for you too. So it's really just listening for the ask.
Wow. I'm glad this is being recorded. I'm going to be playing this a lot. Let me ask you another question if we got time. And I believe we have a few more minutes. And this industry, like for instance, just kind of try to sound negative, because I don't find anything negative about it. I've earned a tremendous amount of money in this industry, but I know some people will go, you're a physical therapist. Why in the world are you selling some little skinny drop thing? Or Isn't that a little below your means, below your reputation and your? I mean, after all, it's your senator's wife, and I mean, isn't that demeaning? How do you overcome that? And I mean, I know, but how people who are got that stigma that what are they going to think of me?
Well, thank you for asking. Because I know we have such great products, and I know how it's transformed my own life personally, my personal life, and my husband's, and all those close friends that I've shared it with, and they have changed. Some of which might be 10 pounds, might be 70 pounds off of high blood pressure medication. We don't make claims. We don't treat, diagnose, or cure. I can as a physical therapist, but our company doesn't. But the proof's in the pudding. And when people start seeing you change, Fred, they want to know what you got. So if I can help just one person change the course of their life, have a long life, and live well long, live well long. We want to live long, but we want to live well long. And so if I can share that with other people just by listening to the ask, then I'm helping them. And I feel like that's my purpose, to help other people live a long, well life.
May I ask you this final question here? Golly, I wish we had an hour. I really do. I believe we could really glean from this. If there was I know you didn't come from a single mom side of it all, but you've worked with them. You know what they're going through. They're frightened, what the future's holding for tomorrow. You know, other people. I was just this afternoon, a friend of mine got laid off from a job of 30 years, and his current, this is perfect for him now, but he would have never last week bet $1 million he would ever lose his job. Mm-hmm. There's people probably went to bed last night praying. What would you say to them about the low investment and just plugging in? What would you, if it was me, a bricklayer, desperate, I had a PhD, I was poor, hungry, and driven, what would you have said to me to help me get moving?
Well, Fred, I have something I think would be a wonderful opportunity for you. What's $30 to you? What can you spend with $30? You can go to Chick-fil-A, you can go to Burger King, you can take your kids out, you can take your wife out, you can go to a movie maybe for $30, but I doubt it. So, it's trying to put together a mindset of what $30 and putting that in a package, in a box. What is that going to get you? Short term, it's going to be gone by going to the movies, going to the grocery store, going to get whatever. But if you put that $30 towards an investment in a company of products that are over the top, by far the best I've ever found. I went to 5 states in 9 months when I found this company to vet it, to make sure that I knew I had my hands on, because of how much better I felt. So what is $30? The investment of $29.95 for you to get started can change your life, your family's life, and other people's life. And so therefore it serves a wonderful purpose for many.
Wow. I'm ready to sign up all over again right now. Well, I appreciate you more than you know. We're going to get you back for a Super Saturday training. I'm gonna get you to come to Richmond, Virginia, if you would.
I would love
we'll figure out a way to we'll get you up here. You might not ever go back home. We have such a great time here. But Reese, thank you so very much, man. You're the best. How you,
thank you,
paid the price on the highway and pulled off and did what you had to do to put this together tonight. And again, Sonja, we appreciate you more. And this is, if y'all heard what I just heard, now you know why she's a national leader. God bless. Get back with the person who invited you tonight, and just tell them where you're at. I need a little bit more information. Maybe tell them what you like best. Maybe it was the product, or maybe it was the opportunity. If you were like me, it was both. But just get back with the person who invited you, because they loved you enough and cared enough to just share with you. And that's all we are in, the sharing business. God bless y'all. Good night, everyone.